Welcome to my humble podcast. In this series, I will be discussing many subjects that have to do with the Kingdom Hearts series, particularly lore. Call me insane. I like lore. Sure, I don't understand one bit of the Key Saga, but that's not our subject for today. This series is heavily inspired by the Shedding Starlight series and multiple theory discussions made by the community. Now, what will we talk about? And by we, I mean me. To answer your question, we'll be talking about the realm of unreality. Disclaimer, if you have not played at least KH3, this will contain heavy spoilers. I'd recommend seeing this after you've played KH3 and Remind. We get a peek of this subject in mid-KH3, then go really in-depth in Remind to Multi of Memory. As far as we knew, we had two realms, the realm of light, which was basically all the Disney worlds as well as Destiny Islands and Howl Bastion, and the realm of darkness was basically what we closed in KH1, and where Aqua ended up getting stranded. As for the realm of unreality, we got our first glimpse of it in KH3 via the final world. It was odd. Running around catching endless Soras wasn't exactly normal, to say the least. That's coming from the series where you can see Donald Duck interacting with Jack Sparrow. And yet, it gets more odd than that. Chirithy says we've been here before. We chose to come here, but Sora doesn't remember any of that. Neither do we. This is new, and somehow it isn't. This isn't just a neutral meeting point. This is where people linger, where hearts are fragmented, where closure doesn't exist, where only the unresolved remains. A place where people hold on to memories that hurt them, simply because it's all they have. Sora may have been an exception. He still held onto his physical form, but he was still scattered, broken, fragmented. He needed to collect 111 pieces of himself to get his form back. But at least he still has memories. Most people who were in the final world with him couldn't even remember why they were there, only long scattered feelings. We can say one thing for sure. To get to a world from the realm of unreality, you have to fulfill a specific condition. The only exception to this, up till now, was Riku when he used the power of waking. What is this condition? Death. It sounds absurd, but think about it. When Sora went to the final world, the Heartless had already killed him and he ended up there due to his heart still holding on to someone, or vice versa. As for Quadratum, Sora went there after he had to pay the price for saving Kairi. There is one other person who went there, which is Riku, but as we said, he used the power of awakening. What else about Quadratum? Until we get KH4 news, we have only theories and little to no facts. Quadratum was first shown to us back in KH3 in the Toy Box world, in the form of a video game called Verum Rex, as we were shown a Final Fantasy-like cutscene the second you entered the world, showing Yozora in a Shibuya-like city with his companions saving a girl. These companions were called Magia and Aegis, or Magia and Aegis, as shown in the deleted Toy Box scene. The reason it was removed is unknown. It also isn't known who's who. As for the girl, we know little to no facts about her. She is probably the nameless star that was in the final world. Some say her name is Luna or Stella due to the resemblance of the cancelled game versus 13, but there is no sheer proof or evidence. There was actually a new world we wanted to add, that we worked on planning and designing, but I personally could not spare the logic of cutting just that world and adding it on later. I felt that it would ultimately be better to have it as a candidate for inclusion from the start in the next game. A group of modders got the 1-4 map, the one we fight Yozora on, and added collision to it, making it possible to run on the map and explore it. Weird thing is, it was oddly detailed in places you can never reach without a mod. It seems like Quadratum was the world they removed to the next game, which is KH4 for now. Some say the 104 building was an astral projection, something that was hinted at in Missing Link's beta test, and sadly, only Missing Link's beta test. However, the cutscene was very vague and gave little to no information, but many ways for speculation.
るでしょ？それはレイヤー効果によるものなんですが、まあ、それはまた今度説明しますね。アストラル界は無と有とがつながる世界。先ほども言いましたが、私たちの世界に現れるハートレスの多くはアストラル界の歪みを通じて現れています。
The topic of fiction or the realm of unreality is extremely hard to write about, especially if you cannot find anything other than 3 minutes of content. I spent a lot trying to find something other than what I knew to put in the video, and for that I have my thanks, and all the sources that I used will be linked in the description, as well as the sound effects and everything in between. Thank you for watching, and I hope we get something in the Game Awards this Thursday. Thank you for listening to me, and goodbye.